The Monday Massacre. When the world unfollowed. Who's ready for that late night vibes? Who's ready for that late night vibes? Who's ready for that late night vibes? Sophia having that coffee and Bailey's. She's ready for them late night vibes. Gotta put a little liquor in a coffee to stay awake on the East Coast late night. Who's ready for those late night vibes? Everybody wants that late night vibes. Got the tea for the late night vibes. Put some vodka in your tea for the late night vibes. The Monday Massacre. Everybody unfollowed. Who wants a little bit of an intro? Who wants a little bit of an intro? You're gonna get it either way, better watch it.
Almost paradise. We're knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. How could we ask for more? I swear that I could see forever in
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday Massacre. When the world unfollowed. Cheers. I got a drink. I haven't had it yet. Oh, let's get out of that. Let's go back to this jams. Yeah, we're vibing tonight. All right, what a crazy episode indeed. Checking in from the West Coast Library, Looky Lou. Good to see you. Aracelli's back. We got a vibe and we're ready to go. I took a little shower. I actually shaved. I feel pretty good. What a little shower and a shave will do for you. All right, let me get rid of the vocals. Let's put the instrumentals on. So that'll get us some nice instrumental jams. I've got a Michelob Ultra. This isn't a sponsorship, but boy, can I get some dang respect here. No sugar, 80 cals, organic cucumber lime. I'm going to have a nice cold beverage. Sarah says, shit, shower, and shave. No shit on this occasion. That was the previous Chinese food I had caused some issues. So when I mentioned that I missed part of the episode, now you know why. Too much info. How's that for a vibe? All right, folks. The hoodwink was real. Of course, if you're just tuning in, my name is Dave Neal, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor in Paradise, a guy's review. We have the stats from how many have been unfollowed from Brendan and Piper, and we'll get into all that. But cheers to you guys. Cheers to me. Best of friends will always be. If by chance one of us disagrees, F you and here's to me. Here we go now. Oh, that's nice. 6 times filtered, highest quality organic ingredients, refreshingly unexpected flavor. Sling your spade on that like button, as Sarah says. Bump your Harrison, lance that bass, and spike a coconut. It's time to get on, folks. Deb says Natasha's followers went up by a lot. We'll check in on those. You guys want to do a quick follow report? Let's do that here. Give me a second. I wonder if the followers went up on my Tasha's account. It'd be nice if I could just get her a bunch of followers. One of these days, folks. A boy can dream. All right, we're going to go over to the Natasha page. Give me a second while I format this here. Something like this. Looks like I got a lot of new followers this last... Check that out. Looks like I got 11 new... I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's just see what it says. It said I had 11 new followers here. Not that you guys are here to check up on my followers. But what is Natasha at? She's at 133,000 followers. This is wild. She started the evening at 78,000 followers. So her followers have gone up nearly 100%. Natasha, you're getting a raise when it's time to renegotiate that contract. So let's see who we have that's followed me. I want to give you guys a shout out here. just saw the live stream. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Well, Tasha and I just found out our anniversary is technically today because it's tomorrow in Thailand where we got engaged. So it's our anniversary. Thank you to all these new followers. I appreciate all of you guys came in at the last hour. You're such a good Instagram boyfriend. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll be, let's see. Geez. I said, welcome to Rhode Island. And someone said, no, we have enough litter in Rhode Island. I don't know if that's kind. I don't know if I would call her litter. Look at this. People are, see, I said come to Newport for some lunch because she was in Rhode Island. People are posting, oh, look, oh my gosh. Oh no, this is not good. I don't know. You know, some people like it when they see this. It doesn't hit me well. I'm not saying, look, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Does not look good when people post, here's a picture of a woman who helped a man gaslight another woman. And if you go on television asking people to not trash you because it hurts you, look what you did on television. It's a horrible thing. For likes, for popularity, you would not want anyone to do that to you. You know, it doesn't make it right, but I never like to see, I really don't. I don't like to see too much of that. You know, 84.7 thousand followers. She started the day at 88,000. So she hasn't lost that many. But we look over here at Brendan's. We've been tracking this all night. Oh, Zelda's from Newport? Newport has a Zelda. Have you been to Cafe Zelda in Newport? I'm from Newport as well. Born in the Newport Hospital. I was a good childbirth. I came out telling jokes. Right out the gate. All right. Brendan's down to 326. He started at 348. So he's lost 22,000 or so. That is a half-filled baseball stadium. Angel says the way they were talking about followers. I know it's literally the most ironic. They went on the show to gain some exposure and they lost it in the process. Cyber Looky Loo says they were both wrong, but I don't agree with cyberbullying. Yeah, I don't either. Posting like, I mean, to think that people like were posting snakes of them, it's like, I don't know. Doesn't do it for me. So I wonder if, the Brendan Quinn says, Brendan here, just checking in on another Brendan. Let's just respond here. Boy, tough day for Brendans. Hopefully you're okay up in Canada. All right, shout out to Brendan Quinn over there. Sending our love. I gotta say, Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer Cucumber Lime. Again, not a sponsor. I paid for this. This is one of the best beverages. Cora says, nice background music. Thank you. Yeah, this is a good vibe we're having. Hey, Susan Rich is here. Hey, Susan, sorry I couldn't join the Zoom. I've just been going nonstop. I've done, 3 hours of live streaming so far, and I just recorded my recap. Plus, I was able to shower and order Chinese food during the episode, so that was good. Kathleen says, cyberbullying isn't cool, but how stoked they were on their follower count. I think some honest feedback from those people is fair. Yeah, no, honest feedback's fine, but, by all means, calling someone trash and, this and that, it goes, oh, listen, she's not trash. I mean, she's young and I don't know. Like I said, I'll let you guys get it out, vent, do what you need to do. But myself, I'm just gonna drink a nice, cool Michelob Ultra. Drink every time I say Michelob Ultra. Anyone have any cocktails out there? Maybe a joint? What are you guys doing tonight? All right, let's get back into here. So, lots to talk about. I'm sure we're gonna have some voicemails. I've already been covering a ton if you were with us on the East Coast chat. Boy, isn't it wild how that East Coast chat, we had 1,000 people and now we're at 187, which is totally fine. No big deal. No big deal. Let's see. Where's the voicemail line here? Back to our normal numbers. Julia says, we're entitled to our own opinions, just like what Brendan said about Natasha calling him a liar, right? Julia, by all means, you're entitled to your own opinion. We've, for some people that are kind of new to the chat right now, we've been talking about this for hours already. And I'm by all means, let's restart the conversation. But when it comes to like posting on other people's Instagrams, that's where I just don't get it. I don't get, it doesn't feel like it does the poster any good, and it doesn't do them any good. But by all means, if someone feels the need to post a bunch of snakes in a row, I don't know. Who's got the time? I always wonder this because I get like hate sent to me every day, and I'm always thinking, who has the time? Some people do. And I know you can do it, or you can bang something out while you're, on the toilet, whatever. And that's the problem with social media, right? But by all means, an ugly night for Brendan over there. The Monday Massacre, as we're calling it. So, Julia, entitled to your opinion. By the way, beautiful photo you have there. Very crisp, nice camera lens, nice lighting you have there in your photo. So tell me what your opinions are. Other than Natasha calling, let's see, just like what Brendan said about Natasha calling him a liar. Oh, Sarai's having an Oktoberfest beer. Very nice. Alrighty. Sonia says, I'm at a loss of words and don't want to be unkind. Yeah. No worries there. Sarah Winks, of course. Thank you so much for all you do. Says, hit the like button. You guys can hit the like button an odd number of times. I don't care if you hit it 11 times or 17. Just make sure you don't hit it 20 times. Okay? Hit it an odd number of times. That'll do the trick. In case it's broken, just keep on hitting it. That's what I like to do. That's how I learned about foreplay. I just try to hit it an odd number of times. Shara says, I like Kenny and Mari. I do too. I'm excited to see some sort of redemption there. And good on Mari for saying, you know what? Things didn't necessarily go as we wanted, but I'm willing to try to renegotiate that conversation with you. Whenever communication doesn't go the way you had hoped for, and you think that you can resolve an issue with somebody, just try meeting them back at the negotiating table again. Because Mari's acting wise above her years. She's going, look, you took someone into the boom boom room. You're going on all these dates. Look, that wasn't what I was intended. I like you. Let's try to figure this out. And while it's messy, they might have a chance to do that. The lore dog Mac Daddy says Natasha Slade. She called him out big time. Yeah, Natasha for president 2022. We're pushing for it. Maria says Natasha knew and everyone knew that Brendan and Piper was dating. Natasha knew that he's not emotionally available. I watched the show twice and I felt it. That's a good point, Maria. That's a good point. Natasha called it from the beginning, which is why I thought she was a producer plant. Let's see if she posted anything else on her Instagram. I'm going to check Natasha's Instagram. Unbelievable to think. This is going to be possibly the biggest unfollowing in Bachelor Nation history and the biggest following in Bachelor Nation history that we have going on here. So I showed you earlier, if you didn't see this, you know me, I've actually been a fan of Natasha for a couple of months now, like a real fan, and I don't see where she would be lacking for next Bachelorette. I don't know if she's been considered. She's at a good age. I think she's 30, 31. She posted this earlier. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Sometimes dating's tough. Sometimes we only see the best parts of people. Sometimes we put too much trust in the wrong person. You deserve the love you give. So she posted this nice saying, like telling herself, like, I got this. I'm going to be okay. And F you kind of deal. Christina Schulman, rooting for you always. Natalie Joy, I love you, my angel baby. That's Nick Vile's girlfriend. I think Natasha Parker is her babysitter, maybe. Oh, we're kidding, folks. Come on. Abigail with the hearts. Victoria Paul, love you. Tammy, love you. There's Nick with the heart. Lori's the PR person. You deserve the world, and the world definitely isn't Brendan. Wow. Bachelorette Windmill says Brendan must be blind because Natasha would have every man fighting over her if he didn't ruin it. Yeah, and it begs the question which we were asking earlier, who would have been a good possible match for Natasha? Shara says, Dave, I love your vlogs. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the vlog channel. I appreciate that. Sarah says, the East Coast was popping. Yeah, well, we're at 225, and so we can expect a few more people to come. So let's just keep on hitting the like button. Take your anger at Brendan out on that like button, just an odd number of times. Jacqueline says, Connor, that's what I've been saying. I think Connor and Natasha, I mean, because Natasha's got a fun kind of personality. I mean, who knows? Natasha's tough to read because I could actually see her with a lot of people. You know, sometimes you like see someone like Kenny who's so specific, and you see someone like, and then you see someone like Demi who's so specific, and you can only imagine certain people meshing with them. But with Natasha, she seems like she'd have a pretty wide open group that would go after her. JC says there was no Bachelor fan take as he recaps both days on Tuesday, so you are the only live recapper tonight. Reap the rewards, Dave. Well, there you go, folks. I will be your default champion tonight. That's okay with me. I will be here for you when no one else is. Hey, how do you like Dave? He's here for us when nobody else is. The Law Dog Mac Daddy says, can someone confirm whether Brendan told her he only hung out with Piper twice? I thought he said a few times, but maybe there was another time he said twice. You know, I'm not going to do this on my channel, but it would be interesting for someone to actually pull those quotes, because if you know, if this were the court of law, which it's not, you would want I'm laughing that Sarah says, you aren't our default Dave. Oh, you know, it's me, Power Recapper, default Dave. If we were to really litigate the case here against Brendan, we would want to say, all right, he said this, and then she said, you know what I mean? We'd really want to know, and we're kind of taking everyone's word for it right now because we're still kind of, we're kind of figuring it all out. Let's see here. So I wanted to see if there was any other Instagram stories from Natasha. Chances are she was packing it in for the night. Let's see here. Do you double shot on Monday? Oh, a nice double shot on a Monday. That'll do it for you. RIP. What's Natasha's Venmo? I want to send her a glass of wine after this Brendan and Piper date. A Magnum bottle to hear this. That'd be funny if she posted her Venmo after that. That's what you got to do. Like if you get like roasted or like betrayed on TV, post your Venmo. Let people slide you a few bucks. Why not? You know? So no one, and then me, looking over to fight anyone and everyone for Natasha. That was Mackenzie, who has been rumored. Is that the same Mackenzie? Is that this? That's not the same. That's not McKenna. No, that's someone else. Sorry. Never mind. Different mic there. Marissa Gunn. I can't see past it. Let's see. Here's Marissa Gunn yelling at the TV. Let's see if we, and this is of course reshared by Natasha. Let's see if we can play this from the top again. There she is. What is she in pajamas there? Was that avocado pajamas? And then here's what Rachel Lindsay posted. Look, Natasha shared Rachel Lindsay's post. Wow. Natasha shares Rachel Lindsay's post, which of course I shared this earlier. Let me just pause my music for a second here. We're running off the same sound system. So let's see if I got the right one. Both Copper and I tried to tell y'all about him last year. Copper's the dog. So the dog starts barking as Brendan's talking. Oh, this video has no sound. We heard it earlier. Joe, don't make me cry. I did enough of that on the beach. Natasha, prospects is an understatement. What does prospects mean? Prospects is an understatement? I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with these kids. You know what I mean? All the slang words. Who knows? Let's go back to our beats that we had rolling over here. I'll have another sip of water. King for a Day says Piper dropped him off at the airport. They both fully had a plan. When Brendan said Natasha had no prospects, I lost. Oh, prospects, what Brendan said. I lost it. No one deserves hate, but that was really, really mean. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to defend Brendan, and maybe I'm a little naive, but I think he was saying, like, statistically, like everyone else was matched up, there was no one for her. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily true, but I think that's what he was trying to say. Travis says, I wished Marissa was more straight with Connor about where she was. And, you know, maybe she did have that conversation. We don't know for sure. Just because we didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen, of course. All right, let's go into the voicemails here. Got a ton of voicemails. I'm getting text messages, voicemails, the whole 9 yards here. So, let's see here. Sorry guys, trying to just get to the voicemail button. Let's see if we have any voicemails. All right, they're starting to come in. Here we go. This is a nice long one.
Previous live chat. Just wanted to...
Here we go.
Hi, Dave. This is Brianna from the previous live chat. Just wanted to say I had a lot more to say, but I couldn't type it all out. So I just wanted to say, first and foremost, congratulations on the following that you've amassed. I have been watching since you were reviewing Rachel Lindsay's season, and I'm not a constant follower, but I stop in from time to time. So the whole straddling the fence comment, that's really from me stopping in, seeing you do Breaking Bachelor news and what the contestants are up to, and you'll put out an opinion, and then you say, but let's consider this and let's consider that. And while it's always great to like host other people's opinions and bring a new perspective, it just kind of feels like maybe you're not as solid about your point and what you think, and it's just more like, let's consider all the facts, but you haven't really put forth your opinion and stood firm on that. So that's why I say straddling the fence, but I digress. Once again, congratulations. I know you got to keep people happy, and I'm a Libra. I completely understand like being diplomatic, everything like that. So moving forward, I just want to talk about, once again, the whole gaslighting thing. I think people need to understand the difference between gaslighting and lying. I definitely say that Brendan gaslighted, but I want to say what he gaslighted about wasn't telling Natasha, sorry, your girl Natasha, Natasha, that him and Piper went on 2 dates when they really went on 10, or that he doesn't have feelings for her and she's not his girlfriend, when that's clearly the opposite. That I can say, yes, that's just basic lying. But then to tell Natasha that he never said all of those things when he clearly said those things, that's the gaslighting part, when he says that he established that they were just friends and there was nothing romantic going on, when he's clearly led her on all this time and said that he likes her and he wants to see how deep they grow. And then you're going to suddenly say, I never said those things. I said that we were trying to be friends and hopefully we can, you can stay around, and I'm only giving you this rose to meet other people and not to continue things with me. And it's like, no, you never said that. No, we never established that. Why are you saying that you said these things that you never said? Or saying that you said things, like, what's going on? Sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought. But that's the difference. It's not, it's you lying about what you said, not the actual thing that you said. That's just lying. I hope I'm making sense. I completely maybe flubbed that. But anyways, I just wanted to say that. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for hosting these live chats. I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for the call. You really do have a beautiful voice. Not just like your voice sounds nice, but you have a lot of depth to what you're saying there, and I appreciate that. Again, just finally with the straddling the fence, when I guess my skepticism when I watch the TV shows is that we don't get to see things like, if we were to have a conversation with someone and we get a bad vibe and we like use all of our senses, that's one thing, but we're presented something. So of course it doesn't look good for Brendan. Of course it doesn't look good for Piper. I still don't know exactly where Natasha felt like, where she was in all of this. Obviously, she's being championed, and I think that's great for her. Excuse me. But, like, there are plenty of instances you can look at throughout the last year where I've put my head on the line with my opinions on things. I keep a very strong opinion on political matters. I make constant videos that earn me hate from people based on, my stance that's against the recent, issues going on in Texas with, the new legislation. I think I'd stand on a pretty healthy side of opinions. When it comes to someone like Colton Underwood, that's easier to make an opinion when you're reading court documents and doing your research. It's harder to have an opinion when it's like, we don't like Kenny. It's like, okay, well, what are we talking about here? Even with Greg Grippo, right? I've been a big fan of all things Katie Thurston and what she's doing. And then you watch Greg Grippo and everyone goes, we hate Greg Grippo. And I go, well, he looks lost. But I don't know if that makes him be a bad person. It might make him be someone who's got a lot of issues that we're seeing get exposed on national TV. And I don't know if you and I and everyone else who watches are any better other than we don't make those mistakes in front of others. Now, could we look at Brendan and Piper and think that they were naive enough? to believe they would be able to get away with something without damaging others, they could have very well, which would have been very ignorant of them, they could have very well thought that their plot wouldn't have affected anybody. Clearly not the case. Clearly not the case. Shara says, question, is there more guys coming? I believe so. I believe there's more people coming, although this could be it. I'm not really sure. Araceli says, Kenny has himself in a love square. That's so funny. I just recorded my recap video, and I called it a love square. I called it a love square, so that's so funny you just said that. We have a lot of great minds think alike. But, so as far as being on the fence on certain issues, I think a lot of times I will state my opinion, but then provide counter opinions. It's this is what you do, like even with stand-up, is like sometimes when you write a joke, you have to think about what an audience member will say to counter what your opinion is. So it's better off that you tackle it like in a video. If I'm going to make a video where I'm trying to think of a situation where I'm pro Dale Moss. I'm going to show ways in which maybe Dale Moss maybe hadn't been in a relationship, so he didn't know that Claire was maybe pushing him away due to her anxiety. Like, I'm going to look at different angles of it, even with an opinion that I have. And it doesn't mean that, trust me when I say this, it takes a lot more bandwidth. And again, I'm not saying this to like defend myself here, but it takes a lot more bandwidth to consider multiple options than it's like if you're doing an SAT thing and it's like all 4 answers look good. But when you read the first one, you're like, that looks good, choose A. And then it's like, oh, no. I got to critically think about this. There are more opinions. There are more angles. And I think that takes more than just the general, like, man, F Brendan. It's like, yeah, no, absolutely. This did not turn out well for them. But when they got called out, how people react to being called out is a big deal. The way in which he mowed over Natasha. Hey, she had no viable options. That sounds horrible. But in his defensive mind, was he just trying to say, no, like we were kind of in cahoots there. Again, I'm not saying if that's right, but anyway, I think you get my point. I don't want to be redundant. Thanks, Keel. Dave is most often very rational with his perspectives. King for a Day says, Mari has presented red flag behavior. In my opinion, she's got some reflecting and growing up to do. The actions she took made her look 12. Yeah, well, Kenny's not much of a day older than 12 anyway, so they might be a good match. Abby says, growing up, my family would tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. Some might not agree, but I see Ivan in a different light by not calling out his bro Brendan. Could someone tell me what Ivan said? I didn't really catch that part. But like I mentioned earlier on the other live stream, sometimes when you're buddies with someone, you expect the best out of them, and when they fall short, sometimes you just want to stick up for them blindly, and that's not always the right solution. But it's hard to judge people for like sticking up for their buddies. But again, I don't exactly know what this scenario was, so I'm waiting to hear and read up on it more. Zelda says, why would they have that incriminating conversation on camera? Sometimes the cameras are like 80 feet away, and they probably just, you spend your whole life being able to have a conversation, and then you realize, oh my gosh, people are listening. I'll tell you this. This has happened to me before, where I've been mic'd up on a film set, and you forget you're mic'd up. You literally forget sometimes, and then I've had people have to knock on a window in a car. I was sitting in a car with my buddy, who has since passed away, R.I.P. to James Hook, and we were working on the show White Collar. We were stand-ins. And the car, we weren't mic'd up, the car was. So we were in a car, they were setting up the lighting, late at night, 3, 4 in the morning. We were having like a conversation by ourselves in a car. And the sound person knocked on the door and goes, hey, the whole video village can hear you guys. Like, and you go, oh shoot, we didn't know there was a hot mic in here. It happens. Natalie says, I just went on Piper's tag post. Brendan was married. Yes, he was. See what some other comments are. Let's go to a voicemail so I can catch my breath and have some of this Michelob. All right, got a lot of great callers lined up.
Hey Dave, this is Amna here calling from Pakistan, your old caller, calling after a pretty long time. Hope you're doing well. So, about Brendan, let me tell you one thing. I don't like him on Taysha season. I knew there was something shady about him. I don't know what. And honestly speaking, guys who leave like by themselves, when they're third or fourth, I just feel they're in it for the same. I don't know why. There's something about it. I've seen it on Bachelor, Bachelorette. there's something very weird about it. At the same time, I have the same feeling for Michael A. Although I know we love him, everybody likes him. He could be a nice guy, but I just feel he's not there so much with Katie. And that's it. You are doing a good show as always. Keep it up. Take care. Bye.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you for calling all the way from Pakistan. Blows my mind when we get calls from other countries. I appreciate that phone call so much. Hey, who knows? Michael A. is still in the running to be the Bachelor. He's on Nick Viall's podcast, I believe, tomorrow. Erica says, watch my voicemail. I will get to yours, Erica. You are next. I'm going to get to Erica in 1 second. The Lord Dog Mac Daddy says, can we talk about Demi? Demi's insecurity is painful to watch. I want to pull her aside and give her a hug and tell her to go to therapy before coming back on the show. Excuse me. Yeah, Demi's, I think in a natural environment, like at a bar, someone like Demi probably gets a drink spot for her and she is the center of attention. But here on Bachelor in Paradise, there's this scarcity, right? Where there's only a certain number of men and women. In a normal bar situation, she might kind of be able to command that attention that she's not getting now. And unfortunately, when that happens, when we don't get the attention we need, we resort back to like childhood behavior. We do things that our dogs do. We tear up the rug. We pee on the lamp. I mean, humans, when people say like on our best days, we're enlightened, and on our worst days, we're barbaric. And you see it. You see people chucking cakes into the fire, creme gâteau, as they call it. All right, Erica from Long Beach, you are up. Which, by the way, we had a YouTube subscriber came to my stand-up show on, I think, Wednesday or Thursday from Long Beach. So, Erica, you're up next. You got to come to a show. All right, here you go.
Hi, everybody. This is Erica from Long Beach calling in. That was crazy, the whole Brendan and Piper thing. I was a big Brendan fan before. Clearly, I am no longer. There's just no way to justify that. On my own dating life, I just went on date number 3 with the guy that I told you guys all about in the chat last week. And it was an overnight, but he's great, and so see you in the chat. Bye.
Erica from Long Beach went on an overnight date with somebody. Tell us all about it. Tell us all about it. Now you're gonna leave us? You just wanted me to play your voicemail? You're gonna hit it and quit it? All right. Bree says, I'm long-winded. I make no apologies. And Ivan commented under Brendan's shady post today to say savage mode, like he finds the whole thing humorous, as if someone wasn't hurt. Hey, Bree, yeah, no need to apologize. Be long-winded. I like all you're doing there, Bree. Absolutely. Okay, so I must have missed that from Ivan. Maybe I didn't, it's hard to, it's just my brain. It's just like my short-term memory. It's like I can, certain things I can remember, like land your bass, spike your coconut, bump your Harris, and what else did I miss there? Spill your spade. How does it go? Wow. The point is, I'm losing my mind. Okay, let's go to some more there. All right, what do we have? You're next.
Hey, Dave and everyone. It's Sarai. Oh, my gosh.
Hi,
what
Sarai.
an episode. Brendan and Piper. Those two. Oh, my gosh. And actually, now I feel really bad for Natasha. I think she really felt like she could have had feelings for Brendan, or at least some kind of future with him. So I don't think she was in on anything on trying to keep Brendan there. She really got blindsided by that jerk. And those two, all they were talking about were their followers and how many followers they got. Ugh, their conversations make me sick. Oh my gosh. And then next week, I think that's when the whole volcano is going to explode in Bachelor in Paradise.
Tomorrow.
And Demi. Oh my God, that girl. I think she needs some growing up to do. And Kenny, yeah, he is in kind of a pickle, but he kind of put himself there too. So they all know what they're getting themselves into in this kind of dating pool. Oh my, it's going to be good. Again, it's going to be good. All right. I'll see you guys soon. All right. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so lots going on there. We'll go to Twitter, see what Twitter's saying about it all. Default Dave over here. Jasmine Madison says, who do you think Becca went to Paradise to meet? Guaranteed they told her who was going to be there. Well, I mean, she likes Thomas. Is she with Thomas? No, she's not dating. We'll have to see. We'll have to see who she's going there to meet. She wasn't really a part of this week's story, you know? Maybe she'll be part tomorrow. You know what we need right now? And what I don't even know what this is. What are these tweets? Watching Brendan bleed followers in real time. These are from 3 hours ago. Happy to see true love on Paradise. Is there a audio button on this one? I don't know if there's an audio there. Anyway, all my homies hate Brendan and Piper. Marked safe from Brendan's gaslighting today. Crabs in Paradise. These are funny. Brendan has lost 3,000 followers on Instagram so far. Well, he's lost a lot more since then. Let's go to Brendan and see what he has lost as far as followers go. Natasha, you know, she's the winner of the evening. The Law Dog Mac Daddy says, who knew that Kenny would be the belle of the ball in Paradise? No one. No one could have called this. Kenny was, I think I said it in my recap that's coming out. He was like at the meat deli. Everyone's pulling a ticket. A24, Kenny, you're up. Skylar says, Dave, can you mention last week when Brendan told Natasha he had the best connection with her over Piper? Why is no one mentioning this fact? You know, those are just things I forget. You know, I just forget those things. Susan says, those tweets are hilarious. We'll read a few more. Natasha's up to 135,000 followers. I mean, will she be at 150? I mean, first of all, she should be easily in the 400,000 or 500,000 range. So it's ridiculous that she's not. Why does she have a fertility button here? Is she trying to get pregnant or is that like a joke? Let's see what this post says. She's got a fertility. Took my 4th hormone shot today. What does that even mean? 5 weeks ago? Egg whisperer? Is she trying to have a baby? We'll have to figure this out at another time. I apologies here for being super naive. Does maybe like she's getting her eggs frozen? I'm not really sure. Not really sure. But let's take a look at Brendan. So he started the night at 348,000. And he is at 326,000. So more people are following Natasha than are unfollowing Brendan, which is good for Natasha because in the end, who cares about if, you know, we should really be elevating Natasha and worrying less about Brendan, but by all means, do what you want to do. So let's do Justin Takes the Batch. I always pronounce it Justin Takes the Bach. I don't know why. Here we go. Let's see what he has posted here. Someone said he had some funny. It's a lot of work that, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, like, I feel like I'm kind of busy, but these Instagrammers put a lot of work into running their social media. Maybe they think the same about me. Love Justin. If you don't follow him, Justin Takes the Batch. You got to go give him a follow for his nice, warm energy. I'm going to just try to get to... See, this is the problem. This blows up my computer when there's like 15 different... Nicole K, maybe. All right. It's too much to go through. It's not that I don't love you. I just see what else we have here for tweets. I'll get out of this while I peruse. Deborah Hill checking in from Switzerland. Good morning, Deborah. How are you? Let's do some more voicemails. Got a couple more voicemails here. We have Mel from the East Coast.
Hey, Dave. It's Mel. I'm from the East Coast, but was trying to watch the show and do my homework at the same time, which was not terribly efficient. So I'm on the West Coast live chat time. Anyhow, I just wanted to comment on the Natasha part of the whole Piper Brendan fiasco because I'm with you in that I kind of thought she was in on it, and I'm still not totally convinced because at the very beginning when they told her about Piper and Brendan having a history, she acted shocked, and obviously that was fake. And if she's faking it then, what's to say she's not faking it now? Now, I'll admit, it seems like she's genuinely upset, but I just can't shake it because I know, based on things she said with her podcast and everything, that she knew about Piper. So, I don't know. I can't. I don't know. But I'm with you. It seems like she was in on it. I don't know what to think now. But yeah. Anyways, it's entertaining, and hope you get lots of new followers with the drama. Thanks. Bye.
I hope you get lots of new followers with the drama. I mean, look, the last thing I want to do is profit off of all this. But if we're going to talk about it, we might as well make a buck or two. Am I right? All right. So, Jess, thanks for the heads up there about Justin Takes the Batch. We're going to go back to his account very shortly. But check this out. We've got a fun little progress happening. Check out this YouTube. When D. Niels reads your comment on his live stream, let's do this. Let's do this here. Let's see if we can get an update. When D. Niels reads your Twitter on his live stream and responds on his live stream. Let's do that. Let's see if that went through. It feels like I spelled live stream wrong. There we go. And responds on his live stream. Okay, there it is. Getting real meta there. That's a good one. You got to love Carlton. How sad is it that there are people that don't know who this man is? There are people that goes, oh, that's the guy from the Funniest Home Videos video. No, that's Carlton Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And yes, every time I get drunk at a bar and they play that song, I can rap to all of it. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's go back to Justin Takes a Batch. Picking up where we left off, what am I watching? All right, so Natasha was tweeting tonight. Natasha says, I'm being referred to as heavy lifting. Wow, hashtag rude AF. Honestly thinking Brendan went on the date with me because I have the most followers. Hashtag Bachelor in Paradise. Demi says, my jaw has left the building. Justin says, I know they not talking followers right now. I know they not talking followers right now. These are good. Clay Arbor, F-Boy Book Chapter 7. Tell her she has selective hearing when you get caught up. Oh man, they are roasting this guy. Brendan Quinn says, I'm glad I'm this Brendan and not that Brendan right now. Cackling at that comment. Leah Gay, absolutely. Piper says, Brendan, do you want to go on this date right off the bat? Brendan says, this is not what we rehearsed. Oh yeah, damn it. Brett says, did Brendan and Piper really talk about their Instagram followers while mic'd, or is my edible just kicking in late? Oh yeah, that edible didn't kick in late. It kicked in at the right time. Here's my favorite comment. Rachel Lindsay coming out of Bachelor Nation retirement to comment got me. I'm really surprised producers even aired the convo about their followers. Like, that's not part of the illusion. The show is about love. Yeah, that's breaking the fourth wall. And the only thing you can think of is that Bachelor producers aired that as saying, like, we're not going to let this fly. You're going to come on our show. You got to play by the rules. It's almost like if you're a wrestler and you break character, they're like, you got to go. You're done. You can't break character. It ruins the show. But, you know, it makes you wonder, like, these are conversations they all must have at the bar when the show's wrapped. You know? So it's kind of like with Thomas. Like, you know, was Thomas saying something wrong, or was he just saying things you weren't supposed to say? Not to equate Thomas to what went down, because this is completely different. But this was... Yikes. Let's see if there's anything else. Justin Takes the Batch posted... I'm definitely upset at certain things that we saw tonight, but instead of wasting that energy on negativity, let's uplift Natasha Parker instead. She's already gained 40,000 followers tonight, but how high can we lift this queen up? Let's go. Also, can we talk about how Natasha held her own? Damn, that's leading lady Bachelorette stuff right there. I mean, yeah, I've been saying this for probably the last month, that Natasha's the next Bachelorette. She needs a group of guys that are cast for her. She needs a show that's built around her. She's got the potential. I've seen her podcasting. I think she holds a good conversation. She's funny. She's got a cute accent. She's got it all. She's got great fashion. She's the perfect age. Not to say age means everything, but I think going into it, she's at the age where she's not like 22 coming out of college. No, she's like 30, 31. She's a good, you can like really, you know, what the one thing people were saying that was great about Claire's season is that, can you believe it? The one thing that was good about Claire's season, yeah, I'll get to your voicemails right after this, is that on Claire's season, they cast guys that were a little bit older, and they turned out to be some great guys. All right, here we go. Let's go to this next voicemail. Summer, I think from California.
Hi, this is Summer from California. I'm nervous because I have COVID right now, so I've been watching a lot of Bachelor, and I think it's crazy. Piper and Brendan have been talking about followers, and we actually saw that, and I'm scared. This is sad. Okay, bye.
Summer, thank you for the call and wishing you a speedy recovery from your COVID. I wish you a speedy recovery. Thanks for checking in on us. All right, Neha is up next. Let's go to Neha. She just asked to be played.
Hey, Dave. This is Neha. Hi, everybody else who's watching the live chat. Thanks for viewing the show. I love watching all of your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Brendan and Piper, the whole thing is super weird, super sus. I don't get it. Why would people do that? Why would you come on the show? But then also, why would the producers want to use that to hurt somebody like Natasha? Like, they could have easily just brought Brendan and Piper right from the first episode, and all of this could have been avoided. I think this is kind of like setting up Natasha for a future possible Bachelorette.
There you go.
I don't know. I love Natasha, though. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Neha, thank you so much for the call. You're right. Why would producers put Natasha through this? Well, yeah, you have to say this. I mean, you got to look at it this way. As much as you never want to induce pain on others, right? This was a scenario in which we got to see people's true colors. We got to see Natasha come out of it looking really good, looking like someone who wants to fight for herself. And that might be the edit that pushes her through. Now, Michelle's season of The Bachelorette is filming right now. Chances are, if all things goes to normal plan, The Bachelor, he was the last one. The next Bachelor will start filming soon and air in January, and the next Bachelorette won't film till over the summer. So will they wait? Will Natasha be single, and will they go with her over the summer? I mean, by all means, even if this story dies down, it will be a good one to follow in the future. So it could be Natasha. She's for sure in the running. And you heard it here first. Before this whole situation went down, I just thought Natasha, if it weren't for, I'm trying to think, if it weren't for the Bachelor podcast, she hasn't really been doing too much in Bachelor Nation. But like I said, I think she's got great talent. So happy that, to try to elevate her and her message and everything. Look at this. Looks like we're actually all caught up on voicemail. So if anyone wants to leave a voicemail, the lines are now open, 401-213-9828. You can leave a voicemail now. Thank you guys so much. Araceli says they did not even show the beginning portion of Brendan and Piper's date. Just straight to dinner. I guess there was no need to pretend like they did not connect before. Travis says Mari looks stunning tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. These posts are all off. Yeah, Mari looks stunning. And for sure, Kenny knows that Mari's a catch. For sure, Kenny's, enjoyed whatever firecracker vibes he gets from Demi. And I'm sure he enjoyed Tia, which is great company. But, lifestyle-wise, might not be the best fit there. I don't know if Kenny's going to be running to Bible camp anytime soon. But when it comes to Mari, they got something going on there. Julie said, did anyone see they advertised for seniors looking for love? Listen, it's not looking good for the show because they've advertised so much for it. They've been advertising over a year to do this senior show, so it makes you wonder if they just can't find the right cast. Morella says, I feel like they chose Greg as the next Bachelor. Honestly, we might know this week. I showed a poll earlier today that Greg, I think most people think it'll be Greg. Andrew's still in the running. It could still be Michael A. We really don't know for sure. Reality Steve believes it to be Greg, but so much has changed that we just don't know for sure. Shara says, Dave, you and Tasha make a great couple. Oh, thank you so much. We enjoy sharing our love with everyone else. And, like any relationship, I think that exists out there. We have our trials and tribulations. We are still learning about each other and our styles of how we get defensive and argue and and this and that. But I got to tell you what, it has been such a great ride that we've had together. So we got a voice call coming in there. Hello there. Can you hear me? Testing. Hello. We might be there. Hello? On the roadcaster there. Check. I can't hear anybody. Can you hear me there? Testing. Getting a phone call here. Let's see if I can get it. Let's go back to the roadcaster here. Check. Hello.
Hello, Dave.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. How are you? We're talking... Let's see. Wait, can you hear me? Why do I feel...
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? How's it go? Okay, sorry. I thought we... I don't know. Is my...
I don't know. My phone has been dropped one too many times, so it might be my phone. God only knows.
So, how's your Baileys? Are you drinking a Baileys and coffee still?
Oh, yeah, Bailey's and coffee, keeping me up, because you keep me up, so I got to stay up,
Yeah, does your boyfriend get upset that I'm keeping you up late at night over here on Bachelor Nation?
Nah, he's all right. He's at work, He's like, at least someone's keeping her occupied, keeping her on the internet, causing a ruckus,
Yeah, he should send in a donation once in a while. I'm keeping you busy, so you don't yap at him.
No, we're all right.
Now you're normally my call that would sort of give a counter opinion to a lot of the hate. But where do you stand on the Piper Brendan situation?
Well, with that whole thing, like, I think it's typical. I think it's funny that they caught it and that they put it out there. I'm actually happy about it. But do I think it's set up? If it is, and especially if Natasha's in on it, like, that's just hilarious because she's the only one benefiting and the other two are going to give her crap when they get back, like, you just messed this up. you got all kinds of followers and we look like crap. Like,
yeah, how ironic. Like, literally, you couldn't have imagined the worst case scenario that this would have happened.
Yeah, I just don't, but I think that sometimes people don't realize that the mic is there, or, if they think no one's listening, they're going to be real harsh, or, I don't know.
It's like they knew they were busted, and that it's like when you watch, you ever see like a true crime documentary and the confession happens, and it's like, does that guy realize he's confessing right now? It's like, you can't take that back. This isn't theater.
Yeah,
like, they're recording you. Yeah.
I feel like I said, either it was totally set up or they just really thought the producers weren't going to put it out there. They thought no one was listening. And the producers were like, thank God, because this drama that we tried to stir up with Kenny and Demi isn't juicy enough. This is some good stuff. And they just went for it.
Yeah. And you know what? They didn't really tease this. This kind of
No.
I kind of knew there was going to be something going down from like some spoilers, but they didn't and this is what I love when people, like, I hate when they overly tease something and give away what's about to happen. We all watch this with our jaw dropping, being like, to be honest, I don't think I've ever rewatched something on Bachelor. I think I have to rewatch the end of that episode.
Yeah, even I was saying the same thing. I'm like, I got to rewatch this because I was cooking when the show was on, and I was drinking, and I was moving around, and then I'm just like, oh my God, I missed so much. I need to rewatch this. So yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, even the whole thing, like you were saying with Ivan, I missed that too. Like, I was like, I didn't even see Ivan. Like, maybe it's just me who was too distracted. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm like you. Normally I can like I'll be taking notes and like I'll be eating food or cooking. I can normally do so many different things. But in this scenario, it was like, yeah, I have to be like, I need to rewatch this to be like, what the hell just went down? Which I think I lost you there. Hold on, did we lose you? Hello?
Hello. Oh goodness.
I think I was just talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I think I lost you for a second.
Yeah, I don't know at what point I lost you. I felt like I was talking, and then I'm like, I'm talking to myself.
and I was talking to myself. But I was saying how basically...
Well, at least we're both talking to ourselves.
Yeah. You know, there's a chance I'm in a psych ward right now, and that everyone thinks I'm running a successful live stream, and it's really just me talking.
It's okay.
To myself.
I might be in the same psych ward in a different room, thinking I'm talking to someone who's running a successful live stream who thinks he's on the phone with someone. It's very meta.
There you go. And
it's all very meta.
Yeah, and somebody's edible just kicked in, and their minds are getting blown right now. They're like, I think I'm with them. I think I'm in the psych ward with them.
Oh my God.
Now, how did you feel about this? Demi got denied by having sex. She asked Kenny to go to the boom boom room right now, and Kenny goes, I think I got to go to bed. Now, have you... I posted this. This is gonna sound super sexist, but I think women have a harder time being told no because it doesn't happen as often. Thoughts?
Well, here's the thing. I think you're right. Like, women don't get denied. Like, I think it's very rare. But at the same time, it's like she reeked of desperation. He knew that was the last call kind of thing. Like, I'll do anything at this point. Like, I just don't want to lose my pride. I feel like it was more about pride. And that kind of felt to him, maybe, you know? So, yeah, like, I've dealt with rejection, but, you know, I've always, you know, gone for guys who are way out of my league, and I just don't care. You know? I'm just like, I'm gonna try, you know?
Yeah, but like,
and that's how I got my boyfriend, so.
But let's be honest. What's the ratio in which you ask for sex and he says no versus when he asks for sex and you say no? It can't be equal.
Well, first of all, I don't say no. But with him, okay. I'm not that kind of person. Like, I'm not in the mood. Like, I'm with the guys. So like, clearly he gets me going, you know? And I find that, like, especially in our relationship, we're together because he knows that I'm the prowler. I'm going to go after him. He loves that. So he's just waiting for me to go after him at all times. So I can't really, like, you know, and I don't think he's ever rejected me either, or at least not in our relationship. Like,
all right,
you know, I could remember going after a guy in a bar when I was single, maybe, and being rejected. But, you know, I'd just be like, oh, whatever.
You're a bad person to ask, okay? Now, while I have you on the line, Tina said, my mom actually is in a mental hospital, so at the moment I did not appreciate that joke. I have to say,
I'm so sorry.
Well, I do apologize for your, like, that you have to go through that with your mom. That sounds devastating. But I still think these things. I'm not kidding just because I'm laughing. I often wonder, am I here or am I somewhere else? And that might be more like maybe I watch too much TV, or if I just wonder, you know?
Yeah, well, I think that happens to a lot of people. Like, I was having a conversation with my boyfriend about being in isolation or watching TV too much, or just like being in that point where you're really in your head a lot. And especially you always have a camera on you. And I remember when I was a teenager, I always had a camera on me. And I think that everybody at some point in their life thinks they're on some sort of Truman Show and starts, you know, getting into that point where if they spend too much time alone or too much in their heads, that they just have like this off psychosis. And I think it happens to so many people that they don't even talk about it.
Yeah.
And then the ones who do think they're out of their minds, you know? But I think it's just normal.
Yeah, I hear you there. I mean, no, it's it's definitely a thought that I have, especially a lot of times when I'm on stage. If like I'm like, sometimes I'll have a show and it's like, it just feels, it almost like takes me to to a trippy place, because you'll be talking on stage and there'll be something surreal happening, and either a set's going well or it's not, or it's late at night. Like there's all these factors that take you into a different place. And I feel like the live stream does that sometimes. Like, you know, I'll get a call from, like, you know, tonight, a call from Nigeria, and then a call from Pakistan, and people calling from all over. And I go, what is even going on here? Because in the end, I'm just talking to myself and a bunch of names on a screen here, you know, but it can become very trippy. So I do want to say again to Tina, she says, let's not joke about psych wards. I insist. I don't think I'm joking about psych wards. I actually very often think about the sort of just the thoughts of like where the mind is at any given time. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to backtrack what I was saying.
Oh yeah, no, I totally understand. Like, I think that that's true. Like, we didn't mean any offense with that, and I think that it is true that people can think that way. Like, I went to Australia by myself for a year, and I spent a lot of my time alone, and it was such a surreal experience to like get out and not know where I'm going and being paranoid at all times that someone's going to steal my passport and God knows what, and I'll be trapped in Australia. And I feel like that happened to me a lot, where it just felt like so surreal, like this, whatever is happening is so out of the ordinary or out of what you're used to, that it kind of feels like you stepped out of your life, you know?
Hari Watson says, I've been in psych wards and also wonder if life is a psych ward. You know, I mean, it sounds kind of trippy to say, but like, it's the same idea. Like, are we, you know, do we have free will, or are we all just here? You know, it's whatever. I mean, I haven't even had any edibles tonight, but I feel like I'm having one of those edible conversations. But but yeah, Snarky Charlie says it's more of a philosophical question. That's a good way to put it. You know, I'm not always eloquent on the ways to put things, but it is more of a philosophical question. But to Tina, who's out there, we do wish your mom well and your family. And that is, I couldn't imagine, you know, if I put my own family in that scenario, having someone who's like, not in, trying to maybe grasp control of their conscious mind. I mean, it goes to show, but also it gets back to when I was talking about Brendan and Piper and how like they're going to get so many trolls commenting on them. And by all means, what they did to Natasha is not good, but the backlash they're going to get from it, it's going to just be ugly, you know? And it's just one of those things. I don't think anybody who watches my channel is going to like, I don't think we're going to make it any worse, but it's like, yikes.
Like, I don't think your community is going to be mean. Like, I think most people on your stream are respectful and know that the unfollows speak for themselves. Like, that's a big thing. Like, those numbers dropping like that, that's a big sign. And there's no need to, like, bully people online or be real assholes about it. Like, sorry to swear. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the unfollow should speak for themselves. And if you start insulting or bullying or, like, saying really mean things online like some people do, then you're as bad or worse than those people.
Yeah.
So don't put yourself on that level. Like, I just don't get it. Like, what are you getting out of this? It's so annoying.
You know, I
got people fighting me all day online. I'm a big troll. You know, I'm going to troll people, you know, all the time, but I'm doing it super politely and just putting my point of view out there because, you know, I always have a controversial point of view, but one of my main goals is to always be super respectful, and so that way they dig their own holes, you know?
Yeah, we're getting some love in the comment section. The law dog Mac Daddy says, I love where this is all going. I got a message from somebody today who they must have meant to send it to one of the contestants, because the message said, like, I think you should be with, I'd have to pull the message up, but it was some like older lady sending me a message, and it says, I think you should be with like Samantha. You guys were meant to be. And I don't remember who they were mentioning, but I was like, did you think like they were like, you know, people, we project all of our, you know, humanity onto these contestants, and there's so many of us live out there, and of course I'm making money off of them, but so many of us live out there like projecting these Bachelor Nation people as our family, and that's kind of sad but also kind of interesting, because it's like they don't owe you, they don't care about what you do, you know, but like I think there's a lot of people out there that through whatever loneliness they have think that these contestants are like their kids in a way.
I think that people just get so involved in the show. It's just like what happens with these shows that happen all the time, and you get involved with these people, you see them over and over again. People follow them on Instagram, so they know so much about their lives. We see them on the news. So you're going to get involved in it. And so I get people getting wrapped up, especially now with like when there was the pandemic and everything. People have not much to do. They're looking for stuff. Podcasts are going up. Everything's going up because people just maybe don't want to focus on what's happening in their own life, because it's very complicated and it's a very weird world we're living in right now, you know? Yeah. So I feel like people want that distraction, and Bachelor's a great way to get it, you know?
So here's what the person said, and God bless them, you know, whatever. Somebody sends me Kendall Long's Instagram story, and they say, Kendall really does love you. I hope you get back with Kendall. Now, she clearly meant to send that to Joe, but she sent it to me. So imagine being Joe, and you're on your Instagram, you know, you're hanging out with Piper, or not Piper, you're hanging out with Serena, and you get a message from some random person that goes, Kendall really does love you. I hope you get back with Kendall. It's like, you don't know what the
F they know. Yeah. Like you think, like they know. Like, really, I think that even Joe was being like so on point and kind of telling her, like calling her out a bit in a way, going, no, we had fights. No, we had this conversation. I know what's going up here without necessarily saying what the situation was. Like, and even after the fact that he's like, I'm over her. There's no love there. There's a reason for that. And I feel like Kendall's reasons for coming back are totally for publicity, to be on TV, for followers, for who knows, like
no,
attention.
You're so right. I said that in my recap, which, comes out tomorrow, which it's first of all, it's so funny that the recap, what used to be my bread and butter, and now it's my least watched content, because it's like, all right, we all watch the show. The juice is really what we do now. But yeah, it was like revisionary history. And Joe called Kendall out. Joe was like, no. That's not, like, you're waxing poetic. There was, whenever you look back on relationships, you don't realize the reason they failed. And even if they did love each other, logistically, they were so far off that I guess in his eyes, it was like so far gone. But, you could, there's relationships.
Like, we don't know what happened either.
Yeah, there's relationships.
Like, behind closed doors, like, we know initially. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, you're right. We don't know what happened. And anyway, so to get a message from this person, it's so adorable. Kendall really does love you. I hope you get back with Kendall. I didn't respond, but I mean, imagine if my fiance saw this. She'd be like, what are you doing, Kendall? Like,
Tasha's just gonna flip out. What is this, Dave?
I hope you get back with Kendall.
You got
well, go back with Kendall.
to do.
I know, and I'm like, no, honey, it's a Bachelor thing. I'm kind of, oh boy.
But you know what I find is kind of funny at the same time, even though this whole drama with Brendan and Piper, I find it kind of funny because in the end...
Are you still there? Oh, no, I might have lost you. Hello? I lost you there. You're still on the air. Can you hear me? Oh, hold on a second. Can you hear me? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I can hear you.
Okay, I lost you right after you said you find it funny in the end, and then you disappeared.
Oh, so you didn't hear what I said?
No.
I said that it's kind of funny that what ends up happening with the Piper and Brendan situation is that they're both evil and they're both kind of have like this little thing, but at the same time it's cute because there's some I think they're a great match. Because despite all this loss of followers and stuff, at least they found each other.
Yeah, and they'll be fine. Like they're
a great
both,
couple,
That's
both
the
evil.
thing too. They're both like traditional models, so they can actually work without needing it to be like due to influencer fame. We got a breaking news story from Bruce. He says, breaking news: grocery store Dave accidentally gets back together with Kendall due to random text. So that's you heard it. You heard it here first.
I hope it works out for you too.
Well, thank you so much. I work at a
So
grocery
good.
store now. Very good to know.
Nothing wrong with the grocery store, Dave.
No. Whatever you got to do to produce some income there, you got to take care of it. Hopefully he double bags. I don't know. That's double bagging is a funny term because it's like, I mean, no one's ever actually double bagged it, Well,
you don't know that. People do really dumb things. I feel like some young people do some really dumb things, and they heard it, and they were like, maybe this is a thing.
But how funny is that?
Like, I've heard some messed up stories. I work in a bar. I hear some weird things.
The term double bagging it, for those that don't know, we're referring to condoms, right? So the term like, oh, so-and-so's been with somebody, you better double bag it. And then like, I remember like in health class, like the teacher was always like, don't do this. It's actually creating more friction. You're going to start a smoke fire. There's going to be a plastic meltdown, whatever the case may be. But I look forward to like having kids and I look forward to like finding out what lies they think and just like fixing them, I don't know.
Yeah. Editing your own human, always fun.
Laura Dog Mac Daddy said, imagine a Dave, Tasha, Kendall love triangle. Kendall's very, very beautiful, but she's not my cup of tea. So I think I'm okay there. But, who knows? Maybe Tasha leaves me for Kendall. We haven't written the story yet. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe that's the other part of the triangle. Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Or maybe Tasha sent it to you as a test.
Yeah.
It's a test to see what happens.
I'm literally being cracked up by people. Travis goes, grocery linen Dave. And then Sarah goes, grocery store, linen shirt, default Dave. Okay, we got the whole title here. I don't know when this became funny. Like, I don't know if this is me being like way too self-centered to give myself all these stupid nicknames, but it's so funny to me to give myself like Belizean bad boy Dave to someone on the outside who comes to my channel like and doesn't get that how like irreverent we are. They must be like, who the hell is this guy? You know, grocery store, linen shirt, default Dave. Like, what is he doing?
I feel like people do, like, you don't look like one of those arrogant kind of guys. So I think people know that it's all just kind of joke. Like, it's all just a really ridiculous joke, and we're just keep on going. And it just keeps going. So people add on to it all the time, you know?
Deborah Hill,
that's always fun.
Our friend Deborah Hill over here in Switzerland says having the sex talk with kids is a riot. I can't imagine. Like what kids know and what they don't know. Oh, boy. Coding Jesus says $2 super chat. You're still alive? Damn, you're a champ. Thank you, Coding Jesus. I appreciate that. Let me let you go before I cut ties with you again. But I always appreciate hearing your opinion. Throw a little extra Bailey in your coffee glass for the home stretch, okay?
All right.
All right.
Dude. Bye,
Have a good one.
Cat.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right, there she is, Sophia, everybody. Okay. There we have it. Let's see if we have any more. You know what I need is a power recapper button, like a power recapper. I don't have a power recapper button. I'll have to try to come up with one of those. Let's see if we have any more voicemails for the home stretch. We're going to take it home in a little bit here. Oh, we sure do. Let's go to Texas, our next voicemail. Oh, I might not be plugged into the right.
Watching your videos, watch them.
Here we go, Texas.
Hi, Dave. It's Elise from Texas. Love watching your videos. Watch them all the time.
Thank
So
you.
I just wanted to say about Brendan and Piper. He had no reason showing up to the beach pretending to be into Natasha if that's who he actually wanted. Natasha came out of this looking better. Possible Bachelorette, like y'all just said. Piper came out of this looking worse. She's also 10 years younger than Natasha. Has a lot to learn. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I mean, look, you know, that's what's funny is like we could try to analyze this all day, and we will, but you know, we'll just never know. And the thing, I was saying this to my Tasha in between live streams. I took a nice shower. I was talking to my Tasha, and I should call her my Tasha. Not your Tasha, my Tasha. Why do you have to possess her? She's my Tasha. And Kendall's Tasha, apparently. What was I saying? I digressed. You ever digress your way off topic and you can't get back? You know, my Waze is rerouting, but I don't have service. So, yeah, I completely forgot what I was going to say. So let's just keep. Oh, do I remember? No, it's gone. All right, here we go. Let's go to Texas.
It's Kim from Dallas again, and I spoke on the last live stream. I left a voice message, and I want to say, dude, I'm loving this. I just found you maybe, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, and I love being able to chat and chill and listen to what other people think and their thoughts. It makes the show more enjoyable.
Oh,
I want
thank
to say that Natasha is very classy. I appreciate how she handled herself. She didn't go around talking to everybody else. She went to the source, both people. She didn't act catty, and she just asked questions and got answers and expressed herself.
Mm-hmm.
I truly appreciated the way she handled herself. Secondly, Ivan, he's still a great person. I don't like how people think that just because he didn't say anything against Brendan, that he thinks it's okay. I don't have to give my opinion and express it out. I think Ivan was smart. He realizes that he's on TV.
Good point.
And
Good
he
point.
doesn't know what happened. All he knows is what Natasha is telling him.
Good point.
Yes, he can see that Brendan and Piper are together, but as we now know, they didn't know what actually all happened on the show. They're seeing it just like we're seeing it. So people were upset because Ivan posted on Brendan's post. He commented saying, "Savage mode." I don't think he was doing that in support. I think what Brendan posted, Ivan's response was savage mode. Now I can't read his mind, but I'm thinking he's saying, "Dude, you straight savage. I mean, this happened tonight, and this is what you post." Savage mode. I don't think he was being in support, but I could be wrong. Either way, just because someone has a different opinion than me or whatever doesn't mean that they're a bad person. So I think Ivan is still the same. that's his friend. And when your friend does something wrong, you don't go in public and say, oh, you did wrong, but you may tell your friend in private and you still may be their friend. They may not even be friends. But anyway, thirdly, I forgot, but this is a long one. Yeah, that's it. Because I can't remember what else I was going to say, but I'm enjoying this.
Oh,
Great
thank you
job,
so much. I really appreciate that. Bye. Now let me go back to your intro because I didn't catch your name.
It's Kim from Dallas.
Kim.
Again.
Okay, Kim from Dallas. Thank you so much, Kim. You're a pleasure. I loved you. So did the comment section. Loving there. Everyone says great call there. Yeah, you've got a point on Ivan. Some say, oh, he looked bad tonight, but it's like, look, yeah, you're getting bamboozled with someone. They want him, maybe he shouldn't have defended him on his Instagram. I didn't really see that yet, so I don't want to comment on that. But Natasha's like, oh, he did me dirty. Alvin's like, I'm trying to stay out of it. Everyone. Susan said, thirdly, I forgot. By the way, that would be a great T-shirt. Thirdly, I forgot. Morella says, I don't know. The caller might have a point. Yeah, Kim from Dallas, we loved your thoughts. Thank you so much. Call back anytime. Appreciate you finding us. Hey, that's what we're here to do. We're here to, we're here to get you guys out there. I honestly think that we're the only channel. I say we because I couldn't do this without you guys, but I think we're the only channel that's doing this. And the more people that tune in, the more we can make this happen. I got a nice call. I don't even post on Twitter ever, but I got some nice tweets from Brittany Van Horn, who I believe is a journalist. She says, I'm live now on YouTube, so you can leave a voicemail. So thank you so much for the shout out that she gave me. Yeah, what is Brittany Van Horn? She's a TV writer. Maybe I know Brittany. I'm not too sure. I don't know who I know anymore. You meet so many people in stand-up. But anyway, thank you so much for checking out the live stream earlier. And let's go to our next voicemail.
Hey everyone, it's Sarai. So Erica said I could leave a voicemail, so I'm giving a voicemail. So she asked about if I could mention what celebrity I want as a bachelor. I would see Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Then again, I think he's really hot and he's got gorgeous blue eyes.
He would need a lot of intelligence on the show. He's very smart.
He's Bradley Cooper. So that would be, maybe that would be my whole pass too. I've got a thing for Bradley Cooper. And I decided to take a dip into one of my clients another client has a hot tub, so now I'm in a hot tub. And I'm promising not to drop the phone because I am not as drunk as the last time I was in one, but drunk enough to know better. So yeah, and Erica wanted an update about Mark, so I'm gonna give you just a brief update. We've been nonstop texting for the last, I think, almost 3 days now. And, it's been mostly on his end too. So he's been texting me first, which I really appreciate. And he still calls me Kitty, which I like a lot.
Calls you Kitty.
Yeah, that's it. And my question for you all is, who would you like to see as a celebrity bachelor or bachelorette if you could? All right. Bye.
Bye. Celebrity.
Okay, bye.
Well, bye. It's a good question. Who do I want the celebrity bachelorette to be? There's who's out there that you don't think is getting a good shot at love? I don't know. There's people I like that's like Emma Stone, is she with the guy? Maybe, I don't know, but she would be like a nice whole, good-hearted Taylor Swift. They can't afford these people, but there's plenty out there. Jennifer Aniston. I made eye contact with Jennifer Aniston once, and I got to tell you something. When someone's got such charisma, you can really feel it from a mile away. You really can. When some of these celebrities, they really do. Not all of them, but some of them really do have a sort of aura about them that can really command a room. Jennifer Aniston, I think, is one of those people. Rihanna, Tina says Rihanna would be good. Emma Stone, Emma Watson, there you go, double bachelors, Emma's. You can't get the name wrong there. Cora says, what about an older celebrity? Yeah, I guess you got to think like Jennifer Gardner. Is she single? I don't know. She was on the fake Bachelor show called Burning Love. Yeah. Emma Stone's married with a baby. Whoops. See, goes to show what little I know. All right, let's go to Angela in California.
Hi, Dave. This is Angela from California. I apologize if this is a repeat voicemail because we definitely tried to do this early in the night, but not sure if it went through. I'm with my boyfriend here, Noosh. We will say hi. We love your show. Anyway, we just wanted to say that we agree with you. We think Natasha would be a great Bachelorette. Even though obviously we don't want to see her on the show, she did an awesome job investigating what was going on with Brendan and Piper. It was really cool to see her do her line of investigation, get to the bottom of it, and also call out Brendan whenever she felt like it wasn't adding up. All right. Well, thanks for everything that you do. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for calling in. I think I've gotten to every voicemail so far, but, of course, I made so many hours of content. I appreciate you calling back. Let's go to April in Texas.
Hey, Dave. It's April in Texas. My thoughts about the situation would be best sung as a Disney parody tune called Fallen Bachelor Charming. I know you. I walked with you once upon a beach. I know you, the girl on your arm looks so familiar, a girl, and I know it's true that models are seldom all they seem. And if I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me this once, the way you did once upon a beach. Have a great show. Love it. Keep going. Talk to you later.
April in Texas. Thank you so much for the call. How nice. April in Texas with the phone call. Thank you so much. Julia says, what's in that jar? This is my rice jar. This is what we sing a little bit. It's my rice shaker. Come on, keep up with it. Let's go. Thank you so much for the phone call. Beautiful voice. Loved your falsetto. I don't really know too much music terms, but it sounded beautiful at the very least. Thank you so much for the phone
Hi,
call.
Dave. This is Kim again from Texas, and I'm calling back. I'm listening to you, and I don't know her name right now live as you guys chat. And I remember when people were saying that Brendan and Piper were dating, and they were saying, why is he with her? Because they were describing how she was on Matt James' season. And everyone thinks, oh, he's so sweet. Why are they together? That's what they said then. Now, I watched the show earlier because I'm on Central Time, but I missed the last 5 minutes because I was busy and got distracted or whatever. So when West Coast aired, I made sure I went back and watched the ending. And if you watch the ending, then you can see how they can be together. I'm not saying that I'm not talking about either one of them, but I'm just talking about how they behaved. And when Brendan said she was starting to annoy me and other things that he said, and then he said, I'm just incriminating myself even more. I was like, oh my man, I missed all of this. That right there was the true Brendan and Piper. That showed who they were, and it was not a good look for Brendan. And yeah, that was crazy to me and very eye-opening. And I didn't even used to watch The Bachelor in Paradise. I may have watched it. I think I watched it last year and a few episodes the year before. I never really watched it because I don't watch TV that much like that, except for the last, year and a half because we've been in a pandemic. But it's really interesting, and it's entertaining. I don't take this stuff serious, and I wish other people didn't either. Granted, Natasha, I think she's hurt for real, and you shouldn't hurt people's feelings, and you should go on these shows and just be honest, because even if you do something people don't like, if you're honest, they won't hate you for it. Bye.
Kim in Dallas, thank you so much for the call. Thanks for calling back. Yeah, you got a comment there. Someone said they loved your voice. And you got a good point. Let's not take things so seriously. Now, it doesn't mean something can't be offensive. It just means we choose to take offense to things, And I know it can be triggering to people. AC says you have a fantastic voice. So Kim in Dallas is going to get all the love tonight. Absolutely. But I totally understand. How, we watch something and we see, we get so mad at it. But it's like, try your best to understand that, not you specifically, but people in general, try your best to understand that we can be enraged. You can unfollow people. You can decide not to support people. I'll be honest, though. I think commenting on people's Instagram pages crosses the line. I do. I think if, I live by, I don't know. I make live streams, so who am I to say, really? But you try to live by that golden rule, like do unto others. not to say you wouldn't want to be called out by people, but like, I don't know, calling people trash and dumpsters and snakes. I don't know. I still kind of reject that. All right.
Hey, Dave. It's Laura from East Bay, California. So I'm watching the live stream right now. And I just want to say we haven't really talked about the fact that Piper, on her date with Brendan, kind of called him out for saying that, he had to like downplay their relationship and he, had to be open to other people. It's almost like she didn't understand what he had to do for her to stay, and kind of like put him on the spot on the camera, in front of the cameras, which I thought was really interesting because you'd think she'd kind of be aware of that when they were all coming into it. So I don't know. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts. It seems like a very strange situation they both put themselves in, and I'm loving that they're all getting roasted right now and that Natasha's coming out looking like a queen. All right, thanks. Take care. I'll keep watching your live stream. Bye.
So you're absolutely right. We've got a tweet here. Do you remember when Samantha and Joe were raked through the coals because they texted before going on the show? Simpler times. Remember that guy from Kentucky right there? Simpler times, when they used to take the photo like they were in high school together. Yeah, no, good point. It was almost like Piper and Brendan just didn't, like I said this in the last live stream, if you're going to go out with friends and commit some sort of crime, or like somebody needs you to help them fix a situation, you got to have your stories together. It's almost like the detective, if they're asking you the questions, you guys need to know what your answers are. And it was almost like Piper's, maybe her feelings got in the way, because she had to have known what she was getting into. So she knows how the game's played. She knows how the show works. So she should have, Brendan was kind of saying, hey, we're not together. And she's like, what do you mean we're not together? And he's like, hey, honey, come on, we're not together. Like, he was trying to play that and he get called out. All right, Julia from San Diego. It's a long voicemail.
Hi, Dave. This is Julia from San Diego. Just wanted to give my input about tonight's episode. I think the whole Brendan, Natasha, Piper thing was the primary focus. But, so my thoughts on it are that, at least for me, I kind of knew that Piper had this mean girl vibe from that season. So that kind of behavior was a little bit more expected out of her, at least for me. I think for some reason, a lot of people liked Piper after his season, but I was like, okay, whatever. I see differently, but meanwhile, Brendan, I think, was much more of a surprise. He left Tayshia's season on a pretty good note, and if he and Piper had just stayed off of Paradise and dated off show, they probably would have gotten way more support than they had planned for going on to Bachelor in Paradise, because clearly they are losing followers. Meanwhile, Natasha is gaining followers and more support. And it was just very off-putting how Brendan behaved and how he talked about Natasha. I also was getting very annoyed with how he was speaking. It sounded like he was saying a lot of words without any substance. And just hearing him talk was like, it felt like getting my teeth pulled out. It's like that kind of feeling.
Yeah. Oh, we lost you there. I just lost you. Sorry about that. It looks like the call died at 2 minutes. But I was totally agreeing. Yeah, it's looking like, geez, you're just hoping that they could get some, maybe
Hi,
speech
Dave.
training.
It's Lincoln Spencer from Boise, Idaho.
Boise in the house.
We came in late because we recorded it and watched it late. Anyway, long story short, so hopefully you haven't already covered this is what I'm trying to say, but we think that Brendan picked the worst person to try to manipulate and everything, because Natasha's probably the smartest one there, so she saw right through the bull crap, and he couldn't trick her into thinking she did anything wrong, and so we were glad to see her confident, and we were also kind of like, Natasha for Bachelorette. So thanks for all you do. Bye.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. Boise, Idaho, checking in late. You can turn on the YouTube and come see us. Excuse me. I'm going to get out of here in a few minutes, guys. We're going to have a long day's worth of content tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap things up in a few minutes. Last chance to get your voicemails in. Let me know what you think. Victoria Larson says that both Piper and Brendan are kind souls. Look, you can give them the benefit of the doubt that they weren't trying to hurt Natasha. Clearly, there was mistakes were made. And, I think it would be good. I really do. I think it'd be good if Brendan and Natasha got on a podcast and, Brendan could just admit where he messed up. And, it's like, look, whenever, by the way, a lot of people are commenting such great calls tonight, and I have to agree. Thank you guys so much for all the nice calls. But, I'm always the type who thinks if you can come to terms with what you did wrong and maybe try to work it out. I don't know if Brendan's ever going to get there or whatever his scenario might be, but, yeah, there's Natasha. What a beautiful, even her face is beautiful. She's like, this is what I'm doing with my life. These people. Anyway, good for her. Here we go.
Hi, it's Nancy from Dallas, Texas. So, I'm watching Paradise right now, and I just finished the segment where Natasha pulled Piper over to talk.
Oh, yeah.
And wow, I don't think I've ever seen two more unscrupulous people come on the show than Piper and Brendan. It's like they're perfect for each other. They're really, to quote Trey, they're just garbage humans. I mean, that was shocking. Brendan always seemed like a sweet, sensitive guy, but oh, yikes, he's ugh. And Piper, she's just, I think her little stint with fame has gone to her head, and she may be gorgeous on the outside, but she's ugly inside. They're both horrible. I already unfollowed her. I hope there's major fallout. I do hope they lose a lot of followers, but I hope they get kicked off the show because they deserve it. He was a complete schlemiel, and she's just going along with it. So doesn't make for a good relationship. Yeah, I'm definitely pissed about this. I feel bad for Natasha, but she's gorgeous, she's classy, she's funky, she has everything going for her, and she's going to be fine. I know, I'm sure it hurt, but she'll be fine. But the other two, they can just F off. Thank you. Bye.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. That's so funny. I loved your energy. I loved how angry you got about this. Thank you so much. And how about this? How funny is the internet? You guys make me laugh so much. America, WTF. Whoever does Thomas's villain edits, y'all, I'm gonna take the night off. Ha. Thomas is like, wow, that wasn't too bad. Boy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Greg Grippo's enjoying the night. Please don't let anything bad happen to these two couples. We can't take it. Absolutely. Boy, tomorrow night, I don't know what we're going to do. We're definitely going to do an East Coast after episode and a West Coast after episode. I don't know if I'm going to do a pre-East Coast episode. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm definitely going to be doing the after episodes. There's just so much that we're waiting on seeing that I don't know if it's worth doing the pre-episode. Maybe we'll do a hang. Who knows? Check out my Instagram, dneils, and then I'll get all that info to you so we can check all that out. I've got 2 more voicemails. Let's take the voicemail number off. So 2 more voicemails. Yeah, definitely on the way out. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Susan, our good pal from Washington, you're up.
Hi, it's Susan from Washington. Hi, Dave. Hey, everybody. This is a quickie. I just want to bring up Kendall and Joe. I think, it's clear that Kendall is still confused about how she feels about Joe, and I think she was really cajoled and manipulated by the producers to come back on and, quote, figure it out. And I also think that Joe is more confused than he realizes. Anyways, have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Susan, thank you so much. Bye. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's love there, and it just begs the question, is love enough? Now, Kate, how funny is this? Kate hasn't watched yet. And she goes, of course, Kate's in Ireland. She goes, I haven't watched yet, but wow, sounds like I'm in for a treat. Let me tell you something, Kate. When I do 6 hours of live streaming, something went down. Okay, Kate? And let me tell you something. Just watch closely because a lot is said and it is wild. Okay? You know, I'm not the type to just like, oh, you know, drama. So much of it's contrived, but I'm like, yikes. They caught some hot mics. It was fascinating to say the least. All right, let's go to what may be our last voicemail here, and we're going to rock out.
Hey, Dave, it's Julia again from San Diego. My last message got cut off, but one thing I wanted to say was don't drink for every time that Brendan says the word obviously in this episode. Okay, don't drink for too much longer. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Dave and Chad.
Bye. Thank you so much for the phone call. Sorry about that getting cut off there. So for those like Kate who haven't watched this yet, drink every time Brendan says obviously. Sophia says things went down tonight. Tina says a lot of Europeans in the house. Switzerland, Ireland, Slovakia. We had, and I know these aren't necessarily Europeans, but we had Pakistan, Nigeria. I really, you know, our friend Leah in Michigan got me a map that I'd really like to hang up and start being able to pin where people call from. I would love to do that because we have so many different calls from around the world. It's one of those scratch off mats. I just need to get it framed, but she sent that to me and it was so nice. And I haven't done anything with it yet. But that's definitely something I want to do because I want to highlight all the diversity that we have there. Travis said Ethiopia too, of course. Bahamas, Germany. Yeah, no, it's just incredible. That's what's crazy. It's like one live stream, we can knock off 30 countries. We really can. So I appreciate everyone so much. I could literally talk to you guys for hours. We have done 3, 4.5. We're pushing on 5 hours of live stream today. Plus I recorded the recap for tomorrow. So tons to get into tomorrow. I'm going to have to wait and see how a lot of this plays out. Because, oh, what did I just do? You see that? Wow, that was weird. I just disappeared for a second. Honey, I Shrunk to Dave. Miniature Dave, Power Recapper. Marie's in Belgium. Merci beaucoup from Belgium over there. Brussels, Bruges, where are you from? What's some other Belgian cities? God, I love a good beer in Belgium. Deborah says, yikes, Dave, get some sleep. Yeah, I'm going to wake up around 6:30 tomorrow, get the recap up. I'm going to try to get myself a jog in. That's my goal for the morning is to take myself out on a nice jog. My diet has been absolute garbage, and I'm going to actually what I'm going to do as soon as I wrap from here, I'm going to export the YouTube video that I made Tasha, and if it passes approval, that'll get uploaded, and if not, we'll just make some more edits tomorrow. Anyway, folks, Honey, I Shrunk to Dave is right. Shrink your finger on top of that like button, and I want to find a good song to get out of here on. I don't know if I'm loving this song here. Let's find a good one. Honey, I Shrunk the Linen Shirt, Dave. I stained the linen shirt is the problem. Give me a good one. I think this will do it. Dr. Josh says, it's just a show, guys. Our emotions are being played, LOL, for ratings. Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. Deborah says, what's my live stream schedule? Tomorrow, I will be doing a after East Coast and after West Coast live stream. I don't know if I'll be doing a before East Coast. So that's 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Wait, no. 7 p.m., 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Does that make sense? If anyone's in Hollywood, I got a show on Wednesday night, and then I'm going to be going to New York City Friday and Sunday. I'll make a flyer tomorrow and post on my Instagram so you guys can see that. But anyway, much love to you guys. Let me see if there's any last voicemails. It looks like we're good on those, so I'll play any other ones that come in tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate you. Sweet dreams, everybody. Donation button up there if anyone feels the need. Yes, please. bump the like button on the way out an odd number of times. Good chat tonight, everybody. One of my favorite nights live streaming ever. I'll get all the updated unsubscriber numbers tomorrow. Thanks everybody for keeping it kind in the comment section. You guys were really great. Thank you to the moderators for guiding such a gentle and kind, thought-provoking audience. Some of the best calls we've ever had. I'm going to bed as soon as this song finishes. You got 34 seconds.